Hey there everybody, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. So again, any movement you choose. Plank, is one of my favorites, but you could march in place, you could start your walk, you could just get up from your desk and move someplace else. You could sit and take some deep breaths and focus on that. But let's get the clock going. Here we go. So last year for Easter, Matt had dressed up as the Easter Bunny and we went from house to house visiting our families. And when we got to my nephew's house, who was just about 2 years old, he was petrified, like visibly shaking. And so this year I asked my brother if, the Easter Bunny should come by again. And he said, sure. And we asked my nephew and he said he was interested. And so I was doing Easter with my mom. And then I was going to go to my dad's where my nephews and niece were, in full Easter Bunny attire. So I left my mom's with most of the costume on, except the feet and the head, so I could drive. And so that nobody saw me, I parked at the base of my dad's driveway, kind of behind a tree. And I saw that his neighbor's driveway had 2 cars. I didn't think anything of it, though. I thought they were there for Easter. And so I opened the door so I have more room to put the feet on, and I'm getting like my little Easter basket ready, and my sister-in-law called to kind of find out where I was. So I was like telling her what was going on. And when I get off the phone with her, I'm fully dressed now except for the head, and I turn and there's a man standing right here, and I jump and scream out of my skin, and he does not react. And then I realize it was a police officer. And he's just kind of looking at me, and I'm like, this is my dad's. I'm here for my nephews. And he's like, yeah, I heard the whole thing. And I was like, okay. And he's like, didn't you see me back there? And I said, well, I saw 2 cars. I didn't notice you were in one, or I didn't even notice it was a police car. I assumed you were at the neighbor's house. And he was like, no, I was here, and so I ran your plate, and you're from out of town, so I figured I'd come investigate. He's like, but then I heard the whole conversation, and I was like, okay. So this Easter, dressed almost entirely as the Easter Bunny, I was interrogated by a police officer. Luckily, he let me go, because I do think if my nephew was scared of the Easter Bunny last year, it would have haunted him forever if he saw the Easter Bunny get like cuffed and taken away. But instead, I got my head on, I got up to my family and danced around. One of my nephews took to the Easter Bunny a little better and gave the Easter Bunny 2 high fives. The other one, who was so scared last year, he wasn't ready to get too close to the Easter Bunny, but he was willing to dance from a distance, and there was no visible shaking. So little improvements. That being said, I totally think it's acceptable to think the Easter Bunny's creepy. I get it. Anyway, that's my story. The year that I got interrogated by a police officer as the Easter Bunny. As always, I hope you have a great day and keep moving. And that is a 2-minute and 30-second plank.